And as somebody who's done a lot of rescues in my life, I'm going to say I do not have enough information to even make a judgment. The people who are on the scene there who have the best information, I know several of the people who are there or know of them, and I trust fully that they will make the best decisions that could be made.
Right.
As I've been watching this all along, I've actually been very impressed with the fact that their thought processes are much similar to what I have looking at it from a distance. So I trust them to make the best decisions, and that decision may change based on what the conditions are. So there is no one best at any one time. It's what's best that fits that particular moment.
Okay. So help us understand then what comes next. How challenging is the mission to get them out?
Woo. Whoa.
There's a lot of Thai Navy SEALs, and they're actually instructors, and they could take turns to teach them and guide them out of the cave. But like I said, it's a very long cave system. These boys, they can't swim. They definitely can't dive. Do we teach them to dive quickly, shortly? But it's a 2.5 kilometer swim. Or do we design some suit or a mask to get them out? Or any other options? Or we keep pumping until the cave goes dry and we can actually walk them out.
Much different, about 100% different. And now that I understand stigma and people's opinions could actually go there.
If only to protect these words, place my boundaries around them. The ability to speak your mind. One ride, choosing a way to live, make it right. Future generations depend on us. Always. These people are tone deaf. It makes sense that the word I'm looking for is absurd, affecting a part of me that's not ever really learned to breathe.
Ignore violence. How little do we think of disability in our country? Oops, I guess I lived in a bubble. Not anymore.
The boys and their coach are safe where they are for now, but there's more heavy rain coming.
I guess I lived in a bubble.
But weather is not on our side, and they're expecting heavy thunderstorms in the next 48 hours, which might flood the entire cave system.
A whiplash of emotions for a young soccer team trapped in a cave in Thailand takes another hard turn. After fearing the worst, the world breathed a sigh of relief when they were found
flooding to get them
now it's a race
alive.
against. It's a physical, mental, and logistical problem with no easy solution.
Countries are out on the job to rescue the trapped team.
The US here, the Australians are here, the Chinese, all working together. British divers, like literally all planning the best courses of action when it comes to being able to extract these children as safely as possible.
Under a kilometer of rock, escape seems so daunting. The only current path, swim, largely underwater for 2 kilometers, navigating through this narrow path, too tight to wear oxygen tanks on your back. Then swim 30 meters straight up to fully flooded areas hundreds of meters long. All of it in pitch black conditions. Finally, use climbing gear to get to the surface. And one more thing, the boys don't know how to swim.
Incredibly daunting task, even for an experienced diver.
It's like, oh boy. So I turned it around. So you're playing a lot of mind tricks trying to suppress all those emotions, and then sensory deprivation kind of situation. No light. You wouldn't know if it's morning or night. When you sleep, you don't know if you slept for 4 hours or 8 hours. Hoping and picturing that they would be singing songs, you know, and wasting time, joking around just the same like we would, and talking about all the food that you're going to eat when you get out of here. You get to the other side, and then there's this huge wave of relief, and you're just like, okay, now I'm actually safe. If you let your mind go into a really negative place, then you drag the whole group down, and then the group, you know, then other people are worrying about you, and you're making them worry, and so, you know, it kind of just, it's all about staying positive.
So they don't understand. It's a lot different than what's wrong with them.
I felt quite choked when I watched the video footage of John and Rick finding them. And you think, oh, well done, lads.
Well, I'm proud. The staff would have been proud as well. But he died about 9 months ago.
So if it was your kid in a situation like that, and you heard it was Rick and John?
I know that the guys who were looking for me were the best they were, and I'll have every confidence in what they were doing.
He told us that the technical ability, fitness and frame of mind needed to do what his friends do resembles that of astronauts, but exploring the depths. These stories of rescue really resonate with people, and at the risk of overanalyzing the whole thing, I suppose the reason is because the world at the moment seems dominated by cruel and confusing and loud cycles of news. These stories speak to a hope that out of the gloom, a quiet, unassuming stranger will emerge. Someone who actually knows what they're doing. Someone who will rescue us from the darkness.
Whiplash of emotions for a young trapped in a cave in Thailand. Another hard turn.
What's best that fits that particular moment.
Okay.